Welcome to Next Topic Podcast, where the only rule is to stay on topic and no topic is off limits. My name is Lo.
My name is Shad.
And I'm Cam.
And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about the evolution of friendships, how friendships change over time.
Friends. Have them.
Okay, this ain't the goddamn song.
Before we dive into that, let's start with a little hot topics.
Okay.
Some of these are a little sad. So I'll put that one in the middle. So Vanessa Bryant and Meek Mill.
He out of pocket.
Oh my God.
Right.
And I don't understand what he... Go ahead,
Okay.
sorry.
So a little what's going on with this Bryant versus Meek Mill beef. So Meek Mill got a song with Lil Baby that was leaked. And this was his lyrics. This bitch I'm fucking always tell me that she love me, but she ain't ever show me. Yeah, if I ever lack, I'm going out with a chopper. It'd be another Kobe.
Right, and that's in reference to
Him
Kobe
crashing.
Bryant and his daughter and a
A lot of people.
people dying in a tragic helicopter crash.
Piss me off.
Why?
Why? That was rude, insensitive, unnecessary. You could have thought of anything else. Anything. Rambo has a goddamn chopper. If you want to get technical,
Right.
you want to talk about Kobe dying a year, nigga.
Well, the song leaked.
I don't think there's any
The fact that you
time-
even wrote it and recorded it is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't care if it leaked because you was gonna release it.
Do people only have a problem with it because it's Kobe?
No. I
It's
have
just
a problem
insensitive
with it.
in
It's just
general.
like, that's a... What kind of bar is that? Like, that's not... You're talking about somebody dying. Like, it's not like...
Yeah, that's true.
And it don't make it no better that it is Kobe.
Right. Yeah. Vanessa Bryant responded on her IG story. Pretty much said what y'all said. It was extremely insensitive and disrespectful. She said, I don't even know Meek Mill music, but this was wrong.
She...
It was a little shade in
It
there.
was good. I loved it.
It was a little shade in there.
It was very tasteful.
I would have sued his ass.
It was disgusting what he said.
Mhm.
Because...
I don't think he apologized for it either.
No,
yet.
he was
Mm-mm.
pretty much like, y'all tripping. Like, I don't be listening to what the internet talking about. Like, boy.
Nigga, the whole goddamn globe know Kobe died.
No, but he was talking about like he didn't know or understand what everyone was all hyped up about. You be hella on Instagram.
Instagram.
Everybody thought you
And
was that
Twitter.
Justin LeBoy. You be
Goddamn
on
Twitter
there.
fingers.
Donnie, the most skinny legs. Another one. Another hot topic is the missing Richmond Boy. I thought we can shed
yeah.
light on that. So 17-year-old Antoine Whitley, I believe, is missing as of, what's today's date? The 25th? 26th?
Today
Yes,
is
well, it's about to be.
the 25th. Yeah.
25th. Yeah, he has been missing for a few weeks now since February 10th. So him and some of his friends were out hanging out. You know, they were doing some drugs, some little hallucinogens. He called an Uber, and then the Uber missed the exit. And this, because he was on his drugs, some new details came out recently said they was going on the bridge, and he got out the car on the bridge, and the Uber person left. They were saying Antoine thought somebody was following him. And then after that, they don't know what happened to Antoine. He made one last phone call to his friend saying he thinks someone's following him. He still hasn't been found. And the police don't think he jumped off the bridge because of some of the camera footage that they have. But they believe he could have walked into the water or got in the car with someone else. There is a $10,000 reward for his whereabouts. And you can call this number, 510-621-1276, if you know any information about the boy, which is a very sad.
It is very sad. And I just feel like I've been seeing more and more of young adults missing. I've been seeing them on the Black Bay Area page. They're, in addition to Antoine, there was I think a young lady who is a resident of San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken, who's missing currently as well. I can't recall her name. Apologies, but I'm pretty sure it's on the Black Bay Area Instagram page. But I've just been seeing more and more of it. And it's very sad, and I just hope they're brought home safely.
And figure out what happened. I'm because
Yeah.
this story's
At least
so
some
weird.
closure,
Yeah.
It's so weird to figure out what happened. They've been looking for helicopters, boats for him for a couple of weeks. So if you know anything, please call the number. Then the last hot topic I have, Totally different subject. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are getting a divorce.
So much has happened. I totally forgot about that. Normally, that would be big news.
Right. And are we surprised?
Not really. I'm surprised it lasted this long.
7 years, I believe, that they have been married. 4 kids later. And then, like, they still in their home and everything in LA. Oh, weird house. Very cold.
It is.
It'd be a fire-ass art museum, though.
Yes,
I know. Who wants their house like an art museum?
Right. But that motherfucker.
You seen like the before and after pictures?
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The regular house was nice.
Way better.
I was like, this house is so nice.
The one place that looked good after was the kitchen. The kitchen looked nice.
Still a little cold to me.
I mean, but it was
Kanye.
a nice island, nice little range, and I like that. But yes, cold.
So when will Kim get married again? You know she's gonna get married again.
I think she will.
I mean, it's. I want to say.
How could she go up?
I want to say it's different now because she got kids.
Yeah.
So if she marries somebody, they gotta have kids too.
I think if I'm gonna guess if she remarries, it's gonna be someone out of the limelight, though. It'll be some time.
Yeah, I say like.
But
5
I think
years,
it won't be someone
like
right.
an Arabian
it's her third
Prince or
marriage.
Yeah,
it's her third marriage.
Chris.
And that went by in the blink of an eye.
She got married when she was 18. She like ran off to Vegas. Yeah, so she's been married. You just shocked at 3 years.
I am.
Yeah, she married some like music producer dude or something like that. He was like older than her as well. But she has always stepped up each time.
I mean, is it hard to step up from Kanye?
In terms of like musical genius, money. It's hard, I would think.
I don't think she's gonna stay in the
not
music
money.
world.
There's a lot of people. It depends on what circle you're in. You know, like if you stick in that sort of hip hop circle, it is. But
he a billionaire.
But outside of that, he makes pennies compared to
pennies. But I'm talking about like in terms of like. It's not always. It's the Kardashians, so it's not always about the money.
Oh, I know. I was just saying you were. I was.
That was one thing.
Yeah. I was only responding to that.
Okay.
But I know it's a whole thing that goes with Kanye and like.
Right, because you need somebody who's gonna be in the limelight as her.
She gonna marry Jeff Bezos.
Ain't he married?
No, he got a divorce.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Did he just step down though?
He did. He stepped aside to the public eye.
Right, there's all these like terms.
However,
what is this role you're in now?
Still Mr. Prime.
not Mr. Prime.
Mr. Prime.
Okay, so that's all the hot topics that we have for today. Anybody else got any hot topics they want to say? Anything?
Well, I had read that Twitter is like releasing this. I don't know if it's live now or if they've done like some beta testing or whatever, but they're releasing this new like basically OnlyFans feature called Super Follow, where people can charge or people can pay to see content.
More exclusive content.
Yeah.
And how you feel about that?
I don't use Twitter. Mm-hmm. Unless you or somebody send me a tweet. It's mixed feelings. Like on one hand, it's like, why are all these apps turning into the same thing? I mean, they got stories and all this stuff.
Yeah, the Twitter stories need the fleets. They need to go.
Yeah, and then the other hand, like I think it's great that these content creators are like they have more avenues to make their coin.
Yeah, I agree. I think Instagram is more suited for like this super follow.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Because like Twitter to me is much more
a journal,
word based.
Yeah.
So and that's why that's why I enjoy Twitter more. Because I don't like care what you look like really.
Yeah.
I'm more.
Well, I like the videos, like the little. It might be a little cooking video or a little thing on Instagram. I enjoy those.
Twitter, like, it's just funny as fuck. Like, it's word based, it's jokes, it's rants, it's all the shit, arguments, everything.
Right. Don't forget the thread 1 of 10. Swiping.
The threads be the funny thing because niggas be commenting saying the wildest shit.
Right. So, yeah. But we'll see what happens. Anything else you want to bring up? Cameron, got any hot topics going on for the straight men out there? That they need to know?
The other hot topic, and this can be this can be a topic for another date though, but Hasbro, the toy company, recently made an announcement that going forward, Mr. Potato Head will be gender neutral. So it'll be Potato Head. And we already kind of had like a little conversation about this. Cameron, please elaborate on what you're feeling.
But wasn't there a Mrs. Potato Head? So why do they need a gender neutral potato head if it's a Mrs. and a Mr.?
Great question, Cameron. And we will cover that on our next episode. Because I think there's a lot of...
I might not identify with both.
Yeah. There are people who don't identify with Mr. or Mrs.
That's fair.
But yeah, I think there's a lot to unpack there.
Yes.
But yeah, that was just a little...
So we're going to put a pin in that.
Spice it up.
Because the only rule is
to stay on
topic. Okay, so let's get into
the topic.
The topic, which is friendships and the evolution of friendships and our friendships and things like that.
Yes.
Without, talking about our little friends all over the internet. Because you know how
friends.
that is. So let's start off with a little definitions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about like friend structures.
Okay.
So I got this from like howstuffworks.com or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a shout out. So there are like 3 different types of friend structures.
Okay.
And then we can identify ourselves on like what friend structure each of us like.
Okay.
So the first one is called tight knitters.
Mm-hmm.
These are people who tend to maintain a dense social network where everyone is friends. So like all their friends are friends and stuff like that. And then we have like compartmentalizers.
Yeah.
Who have like multiple like clusters of friends from like different periods of life or times or for like different activities or like different functions. And then you have the samplers. These are people who like have like these one-on-one friendships with people and they don't like friend groups.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I know anybody like that.
Like, some people like, oh, this is like my friend over here. They have like just one friend, but we're not all together. I just have like a couple of friends like that.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be the other one with the friend groups?
No, because you can have like, oh, these 3 girls are like, these are my party friends. I'm going to call them. These 2 people are like my work friends. Them are still groups.
Oh, I thought that's the
yeah, that's what I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like these samplers, like, this is my friend over here for this, and my one friend over here, and this one friend. And
y'all never
kick it together. So what would you say, Cameron? What type of friend structure you have?
I think mine starts, because I want to say mine is more like an evolution in general. Mine starts as compartmentalizing, but then turns into tight knit. That's how a lot of mine starts off, because I have friends from life experiences, and then those life experiences kind of bring us together, and I'm just like, well, fuck it, I'm going on a trip. We all going on a trip. Let's go.
Oh, that's quick.
I mean, sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. Like, it's just circumstantial. But yeah, I definitely would say from compartmentalized to tight knit.
What about you, Lauren?
I would say probably compartmentalized. Like, I've tried to bring like all your friends don't work together, and so like I mean I would love a tight knit. Yeah, sure. I don't care.
I don't like that. So
I mean, I feel like I'm always there's the group being tight knit, and then there's me as a member of the group, and like I can still be who I am and dip out when I want to dip out and come back in when I want to. But that doesn't mean
you're gonna do it.
But that doesn't mean that like all the other friends can't interact. Like I would love for all
all my friends to be friends.
Yeah, or like if we need to like if it's like my fucking
Ooh, not my fucking.
I was like,
okay, Lauren, you serious? Your fucking what?
It was like my wedding or like
my fucking wedding.
My wedding or my bachelorette party or something. Like I want all my friends to have fun and have fun with each other, and so like.
At your fucking wedding, huh?
I was not expecting wedding.
Me either.
But things like that, like I would love everybody to come together and have a good time, and I think they would. But I just. You have certain friend groups who like to party a certain way or do certain things a certain way, and like for me, it all comes down to like understanding what my friends are comfortable with, and I
Yeah.
don't want to put them in comfortable situations.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say for me, I'm a tight knitter
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the way. I do agree with you. It do start like, could you just meet one person and then you like
Mhm.
just like
Bring 'em
bring them
in,
in
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that. But I do like I don't want to like compartmentalize them. Sometimes like it's necessary.
Yeah.
Because you just
Yeah,
happen
I
to
could
be-
go kick it with y'all at this club and get a table, but with y'all, we might go to the lake. On
Exactly.
A hike type shit.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like. And like only time I compartmentalize them, it's like if it's like a work friend.
How you break it down and still say it wrong?
Right, huh?
Compartmentalize.
Shit.
The C word.
Right, the C word. When I break the ass of that into like different shit, it's usually like more like work stuff. Like I'd be like real conscious of like the information I need you to know about me.
That yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And also I got a question for
Okay.
all y'all for
Okay.
basically much.
All y'all.
Right, the two of us. Shit, y'all too?
I always like feel as though like something is wrong. Like if your friends of like two different like friend groups like don't get along.
What do you mean?
So there's
You feel
I
like
feel
it's
like
something
there's
wrong?
not something. I guess wrong is the wrong word to use. I'm just like if like your two friends don't get along, what does that say about you?
That you're worldly.
Does it?
I mean, I just think like sometimes you can just be a person that likes multiple things, and this person likes what you like here, and this person likes what you like here, but these two might not just like that.
Cameron, I very much agree with you, and I'm like, my mind is blown because that's kind of what I was going to say. It's that I find
Not
myself,
shocked.
I am shocked, child. I find myself to be like, I think I'm pretty open to people in general.
Mhm.
So like Cameron said, like, okay, me and Cameron might be cool, but like I might have a friend who is complete opposite of Cameron, but I
Mhm.
share some, similarities with
With
them,
that
and I
person.
also share some similarities with Cameron. So it's like we cool and kick it, we cool and we can kick it, but then like maybe what Cameron got going on, that other friend do
Don't
not
like, yeah.
mess with
Right.
at all.
So how do you like navigate that space? Say for instance, like for your fucking wedding, because I know it's probably a mini stressful situation for you to like, I don't know, bring all those different groups of people together.
Mhm.
Like for the people out there, how do you navigate that? I've never been in a situation like where two of my friends didn't get along.
Well, so that's what I was going to ask too. Like, so there's one thing of like not like disliking someone and then just like not having an affinity towards that person.
Mhm.
It's
'Cause
like
you
one
can
thing like,
keep it
oh, we
cute.
just don't really, I don't
Yeah.
enjoy hanging out with them versus like
Like,
I don't like them.
them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
There's
different.
difference.
I don't know. I don't think I have any I don't
That's-
like them
Mhm.
situations, but I think I do have some like, like friends where I think like they probably wouldn't fit in if
Mhm.
we
Or they just don't
did
know
this
each other.
thing. Yeah, or they don't know
Yeah.
each other well enough. So I can't answer that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like at your fucking wedding, it'd be easier for
I
you.
love your fucking
Yeah,
wedding.
that's a new thing. No.
Mhm.
I feel like it'd
That's
be
gonna be the hashtag
easier
at our wedding.
Uh-huh.
because like you could put people at tables. So
Right.
navigating it there and keeping them separate, that's easier. In life, it's a little messier. I would say, especially like if you're just having an event and you're just like, oh, come over and
Like
it's
it's your fucking birthday.
right. Like if it's like, ooh, y'all my friends and you my friends, but it's my birthday, so we're gonna be at the house. But they don't like each other. It's like, who do I invite?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty,
They should get
that
along.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's about you.
It's about you.
Yes. I
So
agree.
I feel like you really don't have to. I guess if you care enough to really bring that upon yourself. But in reality, you don't have to care about that. Like, this is for me.
Mhm.
Y'all coming for me, not each other. Keep it cute, keep it cordial, stay away from each other, and keep it pushing.
Mhm.
And I think like probably a lot of people have to deal with that with their families too.
Oh,
Like there's
absolutely.
certain family members I know I'm like I would never bring them around whoever. Like you know what I mean? You just so
Yeah.
I think that's something like we navigate.
I mean, there's
Probably.
certain family members I wouldn't bring around myself.
Damn.
I'm just keeping
Uh-huh.
it honest.
Yeah, because I'm the type of person like you just gonna have to come together.
You're just gonna have to deal with
You're
it.
gonna have to deal with it, and we all gonna just be here. You might not like them or get along with them, but like
just yet.
or you may end up like really enjoying
that
them.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, because like to some extent, I feel like if you like me and I like
That's
them,
my thing. I was like, I don't understand why y'all can't like each other, but it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, what like we're friends, right?
Mhm.
But we all have different personalities, so like
Right.
it's not just your morals and like the things you like to do, right?
Yeah.
It's also how you do them.
Mhm.
Right,
And-
and that's where I think like the morals and values get along because typically your friends typically have the same like morals and values as you, and usually like when people don't get along, it's usually those like morals and values are like usually at stake or
Yeah.
different,
I feel like
yes,
or it could be like different just too loud.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why it's like when people like I don't like this person because they did X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
and then like you friends with them and. You don't like necessarily agree with what they did either.
But I
Yeah.
also think there's like different levels of friends too.
oh, here goes
We
the
getting
levels.
there. That's next.
You know what
Here
I'm
go the
saying?
Yeah, it's different
levels.
levels of friends.
Levels
as well.
matter.
Levels do matter.
Okay, I'm listening.
And I,
Well,
I
what
wrote-
level am I? Goddamn it!
I guess we can talk about that
You
too.
might be on the top tier for him.
For him,
That's
No, I'm
fine
not
by
saying
me.
it like that. Y'all just
it's
know
the
each other.
truth.
Yeah,
It's the
it
truth.
is. And y'all know each other longer. Me and Lauren are
Yes.
still, me and Lo, excuse me, she got upset last episode.
But like we
Lauren.
also are too, though.
Who?
Still getting to know each other.
Yeah,
Better.
but the thing is, y'all
Yeah, and
known
I think
each other
everyone does.
longer.
Like, I'm still getting to know my partner.
We can go. Yeah.
Yeah, levels. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So what do y'all think? Like, if y'all were like level friendship, before I get into like what this website says,
Uh-huh.
what levels would you say of friendship are?
So there's acquaintances, of
Mhm.
course.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Work
close
friends.
work friends. Yeah, they're close friends, and then there are those friends who
Are
are
family.
family.
Okay. Which is kind of similar to what it is.
No, that's agreeing.
Right. This is weird.
I know. It's like there's 4 core types of friendships,
You
right?
got the number right.
Yeah, you got the number right.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
But it makes sense of like what you're saying.
Okay.
So you got acquaintances. These people like aren't complete strangers.
Mhm.
They people you run into. You make small talk with them. You be like,
Okay, how you
hey,
doing?"
how you doing?
Acquaintance.
Woo, woo, pop pop. I think you in Target when we talk about Target. Woo woo pop pop. Ooh. Y'all know what I'm saying? Woody wop pop pop.
I got you.
And you keep it pushing.
For the others, they think you scatting. But
My West Oakland niggas know. Then after that, you have like friends, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
These people like you try to hang out with them. They're in like your in crowd of people.
Mhm.
But these aren't the people you typically call on to like when things get tough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're just
Yeah,
your
they're
friends.
just friends.
Mhm.
Then you have your close friends.
Yes.
Right? These are people like you call on these people for help and support. You might trade some secrets with these people. These people are your close friends, right? Then you have your best friends.
Mm.
Because my best friend, they get you.
Yeah.
And you get them. You don't have to communicate with these people often
I
or
love
at all,
those.
all the time. Y'all just pick up right when y'all left off, when y'all see each other.
Mm.
These are your heart to hearts, aka your soul friends.
Mm. That's cute. I like that.
Yeah, I like soul friends.
Yeah.
I love soul friends. I love having friends who you don't have to talk to all the time, but like you still know
Yeah, we're still
Mhm.
right there.
that you love each other and that like the bond.
Yeah, when you realize that life is a thing. Like, we ain't gonna talk every day. I know you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do too. But I'm here when you need me.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will keep your deepest, darkest secrets. Like all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff. Like the
uh-huh.
trust is
And
there.
you like something wrong with you.
So is it okay to have multiple soul friends?
Yes.
I believe so. I do believe there is a limit on it.
And what's
Yeah.
that limit?
What is it? I think the limit could be like if you have someone who got like 10 best friends, I just think that's a little unrealistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Uh-huh.
a lot.
That's a lot.
How many would you say you have?
Count them out now.
Yeah, because you know all your friends watch this. So.
Let me see. Like if we talking about people who know me,
I'm counting yours.
You count mine?
I could say 4 off top.
You can say 4 off top?
Maybe 5.
I think it's ebbs and flows. I think it's a cross between like close friends and like best friends. Like if I talk about the people like who know me, it'd be like, or try something that's like wrong, and then, cause like Wumi is like my girl.
That was the first person I put.
Wumi is like my girl, and she's like probably like one of the only people who can be like nigga, like something is wrong with you.
Yeah,
and I'm the same like with her. So it's around like 2 or 3 maybe.
Really? That you consider soul tie or soul friends.
Right. Like where they like will like know me and know things that I'm going through without me having to say it.
Oh, that's what you use as a indicator.
Okay, that changes the game.
Yeah, because to me it's like somebody comes to me like something off with you. Something's wrong.
Because like your souls are
intertwined.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like,
see that.
You got the friends like you got the friends you do that too. You be like they be talking. You be like they be like
what's wrong?
You're like what's wrong with you?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's different. It changed the game. Okay. Yeah, if you got 10 of those, it's a problem.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I like having multiple, like it makes sense, and that could be the case, is because like we have multiple soulmates. Like sometimes people like.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you do have multiple soulmates, and I think people can have like multiple soul friends. But I think to have someone who knows you that
well
intimately, it's like I'm like because it takes a lot of work to like get there. And also in some senses I'm like a selfish friend, but
you think
like,
so?
Yeah, in a way, in a communication type way. It's like where like I'm not like a reacher outer type person,
but you're there if they reach out to you.
Yes,
that's fair.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, I'm the same way.
Shade.
There was no shade.
Right, like I know her. It's like it's like you don't have to like reach out to me. Like, and I got some friends like who are like my like close friends because they have like reached out to me a lot. And like we became friends. I'm like, oh, you like me? Oh,
you really like me.
You really like me. And so we are friends. Yeah. So like it's like based on like y'all soul friends. How many soul friends y'all have? Soul friends sound so deep and personal, huh?
It's different. It make me reconsider friendships in this moment. Like probably 2. If that. Like niggas that could just know something is wrong with me.
Yeah.
Probably 2, maybe 3.
So the reason why I have a hard time answering that is too because like I don't feel like we talk about this too. Like I don't really share what is going on with me. Nothing. Like I very much internalize things, and so I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but like outwardly, typically you can't tell if something's going on
with you.
Like just generally, most of the times, no. So like I can't say that I would expect my friends, who I consider my soul friends, to know something's going on with me, nor would I wouldn't want them to know. Like I don't like putting that on people because like I know some people really take it in, like they will carry what you're feeling, and I don't want to do that.
You don't want to burden that.
Yeah. No, and so I can't. I won't use the same
logic for you.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me. For me, my soul friends, it really comes down to those people who I'm like, we don't have to be talking all the time, but I know like when we get together, like it's just there. It doesn't like there's nothing you have to rebuild. Like, oh, we gotta get comfortable with each other again. Like, no, it's like you're my sister or my brother, whatever. Like, it is what it is. Like.
See, and that changes it. So, what is a goddamn soul friend? Because you say,
well, it's for her.
For me, a soul friend is someone who, like, I really
so
truly
there's
feel like
no
it's
standard
family.
definition.
It's
for
probably
soul
not. I mean,
friend.
like,
Well,
I ain't never heard soul friend before, so like, I'm just making.
I guess the soul friend sound better than best friend, huh?
I love
do.
soul friend. I
Shit, it
really
might be
love
5
that.
levels at this point.
Right.
Shit.
It's like, they call them also heart to hearts. I was like,
Mhm.
your heart to heart friend.
Yeah.
It also is like how much you trust that person. Like having that like much trust in a person, like to like tell them your deepest darkest secrets, like really confide in them, like that's a different level. Like, there's certain friends where you're like, you know, you won't tell their secrets and stuff, and like you have a close bond, but like you might not feel comfortable sharing with them. So I feel like that kind of tells you
You're
like
right.
that's
Yeah.
not a soul friend because it's not a mutual sort of
Yeah.
Well, like, you know, like, this is my
interconnection.
best friend. I know this bitch messy.
Yeah.
But
Right, we have friends like that, and
Mhm.
that's okay. But it's like they're not going to be the one who you like you confide in.
Right.
So for you, that's not your.
Right, you
soul
got some of that
friend.
messy friend, but they ain't gonna spill your shit. That's also true. Yeah. It depends.
Yeah.
It really depends. So as you have gotten older, how have you seen your friendships change?
You know what is really interesting? I've noticed that the older that I've gotten, and I guess the more life I'm living, what I'm exposed to, what is the state of the world right now, I have more close relationship with Black friends than I did when I was growing up. Most of my best friends growing up were not Black. Like in elementary school and middle school,
So
they weren't.
Your preference?
Shut up. No preference, but like I mean, I grew up playing soccer and like
a lot of Black people don't play soccer.
Yeah, so it just like those were the girls who I was slumber partying with, going on like overnight trips and stuff. Yeah, so like we got very close. But as I got older, and I think, you know,
you probably had a best friend named Chelsea.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
I just picked a soccer name.
But I think as you know, like as you get older, as a Black person in America, like, and when you get into different social circles too, whether or like if it's work, school, whatever, like typically you like gravitate towards Black people because you are usually some of the few, like in my case, right? Like in our high school, in my graduating class, I was like one of 3 Black people out of like 300 people. So like you gravitate towards, you know, the people who share similar.
There were 100 people in your class.
Was it?
Yes, mine was 84. Mine was.
Oh, well, I guess it was the whole school.
300.
Okay, well, anyway,
even still, but
no. But the point being, like, through that shared experience, like because you can talk about certain things, or like you know, it just, yeah. That's one thing I've noticed.
Right.
I think I've noticed that my friend group has changed based off of interest and job, like what I'm interested in doing for work and shit like that. I've created more friends in the
well, they're the same now,
right?
Your interest in job. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. So that's where I like find my friends in that world, and then my friends from my past life. I don't know how else to say it. Well, I mean, shit, I feel like I've lived 3 different lives at this point. Because my military friends are completely different than my friends now, my childhood friends as well. So I just feel like, you know, going through those groups of friends, like, yeah, we still cool, we still talk it, we still kick it, shit like that. But my friends, my close friends right now are mainly the ones I work with. Because we spend so much time together. We get to know each other on a different level. We communicate almost every day because we do so many jobs together. So I mean, like, even I could say from my childhood, I still have one best friend from my childhood. I'm still cool with people from my childhood.
And what age group is childhood?
I would say kindergarten or high school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
But I mean, like, from then, like, this one person I'm speaking of, like, has been my friend since first grade.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
even to now. But any other friends from that time, like, we aren't that close.
Yeah, y'all just friends.
Right.
Interest it's a big deal
Yeah.
as well. Like,
Right.
And I didn't notice that until like I started getting into this world. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah. What I would say how my friendships and like has evolved. I think at this moment I probably have like the most close friends, best friends that I ever had in my life.
Well, close friends and best friends are two different
I said
things.
close friends or
Oh,
No,
I
he's
didn't
just
hear
like-
the or.
yeah, like
Together. Yeah.
like
Yeah,
then I like
combining them.
yeah, like
Tight knitting them.
yeah, yeah, like I ever had in my life. I used to have like one or two like close friends, like
Mhm.
friends. I had a lot of friends, but like one or two like close friends at a time. But now, I think like the funny thing is like as we have like continued to like we have been like tight knitting our friend group and friend circle
Yeah.
now, and it's becoming it's been a thing.
Yeah.
It has been a thing for like the past 9 months or so,
Yeah.
where we're like getting like all acquainted.
Almost to the point to where my friends is kicking it with you and your friends.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of it's like being very intermixed
Yeah.
and intermingled.
Mhm.
It caused a couple of little rifts here and there.
Riffs and runs.
Riff and runs. And because it got us thinking, like some people in our friend group like to
Compartmentalized.
like their
And
friend
they like
group,
their little one-on-ones.
one-on-ones and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And some of us like tight knit, and then like we all inviting people to parties and hanging out, and this has become.
Dating new people.
I was going to say that.
No, we start like dating each other like friends and like and like we just like intermingling everything. So I think
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's like it's hard for us to like navigate like those waters in
Yeah.
a sense, and it just made me think about that
Mhm.
a lot. And I don't.
I feel like it's working out though.
I do too.
It was a little rocky.
Wasn't it rocky? It was a little rocky in the beginning, but I do feel as though it's like beginning to like work out like right now. So before we wrap
Mhm.
up and like put a nice bow on there, a question like 'cause as you get older, it's hard for people to make friends
Mhm.
Yeah.
nowadays. It is like not like when you're
Especially
little kid.
now when we're all
in a
very
panoramic.
disconnected.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like even like you're just gonna work in school. It's like I'm like when was the last time I made a new friend?
Yeah.
I feel like Cameron, you make a lot of new friends all the time.
But I think that's also
His job.
His job.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause I can't remember the last time I made a new friend. So like when is the last time you met a new friend? And how do you know you want that person to be your friend?
And how do you know they are your friend too? You know what I mean? Like, I think probably the last time I made a friend was through work, I guess. Or I mean, if it's the bringing in of people from
Mhm.
our
Yeah, a group.
booming, yeah.
Niggas booming. Our pod. We have a pod.
Otherwise, like one-on-one, probably through work, and then it comes back to whether or not I feel like that I can trust you
Mhm.
at in any sort of level
Mhm.
that I would be like, okay, I would like for you to be my friend.
That was so cute and innocent.
Yeah, but then when do I know that they're actually my friend? Because like it's a two-way street.
It
Yeah.
is.
Like, do they see me as their friend?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I would say mostly mine come through work as well. When you have, I think like when someone like invites you to like hang out with them solely,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, we're friends. Uh-huh. I'm always scared to like make that initial like, oh, we should hang out.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard, and it's like scary. You also don't think about it to that extent, but like that's when I know I'm like, oh, like we're friends.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. Can you make friends all the time?
All the time.
When do you know you don't want someone to be your friend anymore?
Oh, anymore.
Yeah.
Like you were friends.
Yes.
And,
When you just like realize that y'all butting heads all the time about the simplest shit,
Mhm.
it's like, okay, clearly our views are different at this
Mhm.
point in life. And it's added stress that I don't want to carry anymore.
And how do you break it off?
I'm just like, we just haven't been getting along. We don't see eye to eye.
You had this conversation before.
Yeah,
I've never had this conversation before.
me
Absolutely.
neither.
So
absolutely.
how do you break up a friendship?
We haven't been seeing eye to eye. I just, I think it's best we go our separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I like a real breakup.
yeah. I mean, essentially, it's a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So you just tell them
That's
like,
just I don't know why. That just made me so sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's just best we continue separately, and that's okay. No bad blood, no none of that. It's just we're not on the same.
I think most people would just
same
stop talking
wavelength.
to the person.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too. Like probably
I
just
mean,
like
but
I'm not gonna invite
that
you.
leaves too much question and too much unanswered
I agree.
feelings for me. So I'm just like, we just not on the same wavelength right now. Maybe later down the line we will be, but right now it's just not working for me.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I have felt
You need to cut someone
yeah,
off.
I need to cut you off because like you was like really not like working. It's usually more like a growing apart type situation.
Yes.
Like you seem like I ain't talked to you in a minute. We used to hang out. Like, what's going on? You like, oh, I realized why I stopped calling you. So I just don't do it again.
Yeah.
But I never had a conversation like that before.
I mean, some of them happen like that where we just don't talk no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like, and you realize it when you like send messages and you don't get anything in return.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, remember
Ghosting
to
people.
like,
Yeah.
subscribe, click that link. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram at Next Topic Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at CoolKey, CoolKeys.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and you might can be my friend. At Shad_space, FHAD_.
Whoa, you don't want to be friends with people who can't spell.
My own fucking name, right? Follow me. Go Cameron. That's why you can have friends.
Follow me on everything at Clicks by Cam. That's KLICKSBYK.
Toodaloo.
Peace out.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.